So the teapot looks like this. It goes 7, 8. So you're stepping back, stepping in, walk round for 1, 2, both turn to face, return and back. So the teapot starts off man's left to lady's right, hands at waist level, no thumbs. So fellas, push away and you both take a step back. So as you look at your partner, you're both now going to be stepping into the left as you look at your partner. Ladies, you step into the left of the man. But men, to lead this, what you're doing is you're going to sweep your left hand up and out to the left. So you're straightening the lady's arm out to the side. And you're stepping forwards underneath the lady's arm. Okay, so you do have to raise it here. And you want to end up side by side, but facing opposite directions. The man might be slightly past the lady, but essentially you are side by side, but facing opposite directions. Now, once you've stepped in here, fellas, you're now going to lower your left hand to your left shoulder, with the lady's arm sort of draped across your shoulders behind your neck. Now, very importantly, you need to do this move with only your fingertips, okay, at this point here. If you're holding on any more, then it's going to be very uncomfortable. So you need to be fingertips only at this point, and also you need to bend your hand back. So my wrist is bent there, hopefully you can see that, so that you're not pulling the lady's arm the wrong way uncomfortably round behind your head. Give her some space, think about your lady, make it comfortable for her. Now, as you've done all that, as you have stepped in, your right hand, fellas, goes behind the lady's back to her far hip. So my thumb is pointing downwards, and if the lady's hand isn't already there, you could tap her on the hip and she'll take hold. So I'll just turn so you can see, this is the teapot position. You're side by side facing opposite directions. Man's right hand behind the lady's back, his left hand up by his left shoulder. So once you're in this position, you're both now going to keep this position, and you're both going to rotate for 2 beats, which will be about half a turn. So you're both walking forwards, keeping this position, but you're sort of turning to your right. You walk around for 1 and 2. So you end up facing the opposite direction, but you're still in exactly the same position you were as you first stepped in. So from here, men, you're now going to push and let go with the right hand behind the lady's back to make the lady step forwards behind you, and the lady will start turning to her right. Men, you're going to turn to your left, and you're going to sweep your arm down to waist level as you turn to your left, and that will make the lady finish turning to face you properly. To finish the move off, then, there's an anti-clockwise return. So men, you're going to step in, raise your hand out to the right and over the lady's head to turn her on the spot, and then step back, lowering your hand to face. So when you do the teapot, there's quite a lot happening on beat 2. So beat 1 is the step back, but on beat 2, you're stepping in. All that is happening. Right hand going behind the lady's back, left hand going over the man's head to his shoulder. So there's quite a lot happening on that beat. And then you keep this position as you walk round. Okay? In freestyle, you could walk round for another couple of beats if you wanted to. But for the class, it's just 2 beats. And then also, as you know, we're both walking round. This is not a teapot. The man stood on the spot and then facing. Okay? You're both going round. Okay? And the teapot position, I'll just show you from this angle, should be like this, side by side. The man should not be going behind the ladies. This is not a teapot. And whatever you do, fellas, don't bend forwards. It's very uncomfortable for your lady. Stand upright throughout. A couple of more things on the teapot. As you step back to begin with, when you're now stepping into the teapot position, you need to allow the lady's fingers to roll around yours. If you're holding on with the thumb, it's going to hurt. So as you step in underneath the lady's arm, the lady's fingers are rolling around mine and then me. And then when it comes to the walking round, just walk round normally. Just walk round normally, like you were walking normally. Try to avoid sort of coming in and then going like this. I didn't show that brilliantly there, but try to avoid sort of bouncing up and down as you walk around. So the teapot looks like this. It goes 7, 8. So you're stepping back, stepping in, walk round for 1, to both turn to face, return and back.